Here's the crazy part. The world's richest man didn't begin with power or privilege. He began in a garage selling books online. He left behind a $1 million Wall Street career for an idea so risky, people thought he was insane. But that single leap of faith became Amazon, a $1 trillion empire that rewrote the rules of business and innovation. The company that changed how the entire world shops, reads, and even dreams of space. But here's the real question. Most people say they want success, but when faced with the choice, comfort or risk, they play it safe. Jeff Bezos did the opposite. He risked everything, and that one decision built a $1 trillion empire. The question is, if you were in his shoes, would you have made the same choice? This is not just a business story. It's the blueprint of how one man's obsession, risk-taking, and vision reshaped industries, redefined success, and sparked a new era of innovation. Jeff Bezos' life is a story of ambition and obsession, from a curious boy who loved tinkering with gadgets, to a Wall Street analyst who chose risk over comfort, to the founder of a company that redefined the very way the world lives. But his journey is more than just milestones and money. It's a story filled with lessons about vision, resilience, risk, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. So let's dive in. This is the story of Jeff Bezos, the man who dared to dream bigger than anyone else and refused to quit until the world caught up. Act 1. Early life and the big decision. Jeffrey Preston Bezos was born on January 12, 1964, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. His mother, Jackie, was just a teenager when she gave birth. His biological father left early. For many, this could have been the end of a story. But for Jeff, it was just the beginning. Soon, his mother remarried Miguel Mike Bezos, a Cuban immigrant who adopted Jeff as his own son. Mike worked as an engineer at Exxon. From a young age, Jeff learned the value of discipline, hard work, and resilience. But there was something unusual about Jeff. Even as a child, he was obsessed with building things. Neighbors would find him dismantling his crib with a screwdriver. He once rigged his room with electrical alarms to keep siblings out. He spent summers at his grandfather's ranch in Texas, where he learned self-reliance, fixing windmills and handling cattle. This mix of curiosity plus independence plus resilience planted seeds that would later grow into Amazon. At school, Jeff was brilliant. He became valedictorian and gave a graduation speech about humanity colonizing space. Even then, his dream was to push boundaries beyond Earth. Fast forward, Jeff entered Princeton University, studying electrical engineering and computer science. He graduated summa cum laude. Recruiters wanted him everywhere, and soon he landed at Wall Street, working for prestigious firms, analyzing hedge funds and technology trends. By his early 30s, Jeff was making six figures, living a comfortable life in New York City. But deep down, he felt restless. In 1994, while researching the rapid rise of the internet, he stumbled on a fact that changed everything. The internet was growing at 2,300% per year. That number burned in his brain. If the internet was growing this fast, then it was the frontier, the gold rush, the biggest opportunity of his lifetime. So Jeff created a list of 20 possible internet businesses. He settled on one, selling books online. Why books? Because they were universal, easy to ship, and the market was massive. But here's the catch. To pursue this dream, Jeff would have to give up his secure Wall Street career. So he made a framework. He called it the Regret Minimization Framework. He asked himself, when I'm 80 years old, will I regret not trying this? The answer was clear. So he quit his job, packed his car, and drove with his wife Mackenzie across the country to Seattle. In that moment, Amazon was born. Act 2. The Amazon Story. The year was 1994. The headquarters was Jeff's garage. The company, Cadabra, Inc. But after a lawyer misheard it as Cadaver, Jeff quickly renamed it Amazon. inspired by the world's largest river, symbolizing scale and endless possibilities. The first business model was simple, an online bookstore. Jeff's early team worked on desks made from wooden doors. They packed books by hand, drove them to the post office, and personally emailed every customer. It was scrappy, it was exhausting, and it was uncertain. But soon, orders started coming in. Day 1, a few books. Week 1, dozens. Month 1, thousands. Jeff's relentless focus was clear: customer obsession. While most companies focused on profits, Jeff obsessed over making customers happy, even if it meant losing money in the short term. By 1997, Amazon went public. Skeptics mocked it as Amazon.bomb. Analysts predicted its collapse. After all, who would buy things online? Then came the dot-com crash of 2000. Hundreds of internet companies went bankrupt overnight. Amazon's stock plummeted by over 90%. Critics declared Jeff a failure. But here's what separates Bezos from the rest. He didn't panic. He didn't follow the herd. He doubled down. Jeff famously said, "We are willing to be misunderstood for long periods of time." While others quit, Jeff kept building. Slowly, Amazon expanded from books to music, electronics, toys, and more. Then came a bold move: Amazon Prime. At first, people thought it was insane, pay an annual fee just to get free 2-day shipping. But Jeff saw what others didn't. Prime wasn't about shipping, it was about loyalty, and it worked. Prime turned casual shoppers into lifelong customers. Next came Kindle, revolutionizing reading. Then Amazon Web Services, AWS, providing cloud computing power to businesses worldwide. Many laughed at this idea too. But today, AWS is the backbone of the internet, generating billions. Amazon was no longer just an online bookstore. It was becoming the everything store. Jeff's leadership style. But success didn't come without controversy. Inside Amazon, Jeff was known as demanding, relentless, and intense. He set what he called high standards. Meetings were sharp, PowerPoints were banned. Instead, executives wrote 6-page memos, forcing clear thinking. He created a culture of innovation, but also of pressure. Some employees thrived, others burned out. But there was no denying, it worked. Jeff's guiding philosophy was day 1. He warned Amazon must always act like a startup, innovative, hungry, restless. Day 2, he said, is stasis, followed by irrelevance, followed by excruciating, painful decline, followed by death. This mindset kept Amazon growing, even as it became one of the largest companies on Earth. Failures and setbacks. Of course, not everything Jeff touched turned to gold. The Fire Phone? A disaster. Some expansions failed. He faced criticism over warehouse conditions and business practices. But here's the lesson. Jeff embraced failure. He once said, "If you think that's a big failure, we're working on much bigger failures right now." And I'm not kidding. Because to him, failure wasn't the opposite of success. It was the cost of innovation. Blue Origin, the space dream. But Jeff's ambitions didn't stop at Earth. Remember that high school speech about colonizing space? He never forgot it. In 2000, Jeff quietly founded Blue Origin. Its motto, Gradatim Ferociter, Latin for step by step, ferociously. While Amazon consumed most of his time, Blue Origin was his passion project. Its mission? To make space travel accessible to millions, not just astronauts. Like SpaceX, Blue Origin faced setbacks. Rockets exploded. Progress was slow. Critics mocked it. But Jeff kept funding it, selling $1 billion of Amazon stock every year to fuel his dream. In 2021, Jeff himself flew to space aboard Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket. For him, it wasn't just a joyride. It was a statement. The dream of space colonization was alive. Act 3, the legacy and lessons. In 2021, Jeff stepped down as Amazon's CEO, handing the reins to Andy Jassy. But his influence remained. He shifted focus to philanthropy, climate change, and of course, space. So what can we learn from Jeff Bezos' story? Customer obsession. Always put the customer first, even before profits. Think long-term. Ignore the noise. Focus on decades, not quarters. Embrace risk. Don't fear leaving security for opportunity. High standards. Demand excellence. Push beyond average. Day 1. Mindset. Stay hungry, stay restless, never settle. Jeff once said, "Life's too short to hang out with people who aren't resourceful." At its core, his story isn't about money, it's about vision. The vision to see the future when no one else can. The courage to take the leap when others play safe. The resilience to keep going when critics laugh. Today, Amazon isn't just a company, it's a symbol of possibility. And Jeff Bezos? He's a reminder that one person with enough obsession and determination can reshape entire industries and even dream beyond Earth. So the question is, what's your Amazon? What crazy idea are you willing to risk everything for? Because like Jeff's life shows us, the future belongs to those bold enough to build it.